What is going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right into it today. So if you could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please, and let's get into it. My name's Rat Boy.
Weird Hinge interaction, or am I losing my mind?
Well, you're on a dating app, so obviously you're missing a few components of a mind, but let's continue. Let's see this conversation. Let's see where it goes.
So we match. She says hot Cheetos or Takis. I have hot Cheetos listed on my profile under a prompt, so it's there. But I answer. I say hot Cheetos. He says, definitely hot Cheetos, 100%. Then he goes to say, would you be down for a hot Cheetos and chill kind of date sometime? What? I say no. I say that sounds even worse than a coffee date.
You know, we don't have to imagine the types of guys this woman is matching with on dating apps. I mean, we can pretty much assume that this guy fits a certain, let's say, fits a, we know, okay, we know. We know what these guys look like. We know what these guys act like. We know the salaries of these men. So it's not surprising that obviously these men are used to, well, not putting forth any effort. They're not going to take you out on a coffee date because you're not worth a coffee date. Actually, to this guy, you're worth a hot Cheetos. You're worth hot Cheetos. Hey, come eat some hot Cheetos and then hop on my then hop on me. Oh my god. Hot Cheetos and chill. Hot Cheetos and chill, everyone. It's the new thing. Just get some hot Cheetos and invite her over.
Ladies, this is a perfect advice for dating. A guy one time asked me, do you want to go on a coffee date? I don't do coffee.
Okay, so here, and that other woman, that other bitch brought up coffee dates. Okay. But, okay, coffee dates, sure. Some women don't like them, but they don't like them because they don't get a free meal. This is why they don't like them. Coffee date is a perfect date to try to get to know someone and try to see if you and that other person actually agree on stuff and actually see eye to eye with things and are making sure you're not wasting each other's time or money. However, women do not like the idea that men don't have to pay for these very expensive meals. It's kind of weird. It is kind of weird, honestly. I feel like that, well, if the man isn't going to fork over at least $100 on a date, then he doesn't value my time. It's like, no, it's the other way around. If a woman is so adamant that you pay just to take her out on a first date, and she is willing to just forego the date just because of some imaginary restriction she put on it because that's all she wants out of it is the food. And let's be perfectly clear, every other dude that has ever taken them out on first date meals, where are those guys? Guess what? Those guys got used for the money, got used for the meal, and that's it. They're gone. So yeah, you can be like one of those guys, or you can at least be like one of those guys and save your money. Because why, you know, okay, he's not wasting his money, but why would you want to waste your money on something like this anyways, where, let's be real, if the guy looks a certain way, he won't even have to buy a coffee. He'll just have to FaceTime her and tell her to come over.
So I told him, I only do coffee for business meetings and friends. So if you want to go get coffee as friends, of course. His next text was, should we do dinner? Men know what they're doing. They first just try to lowball you to see if you would just go with it. Know your standards. Know.
So the man you matched with, well, he's obviously an idiot. You know, you deny the coffee, then I'll say, okay, see you later. This dude actually thinks this woman. Here's the thing, this woman hasn't even met this guy and she is already blasting him online. Like, oh yeah, men know, they just need to be taught better or whatever the fuck she's saying. She's already blasting this dude and she doesn't even know who this guy is. They haven't even went on the date. Women are getting way too comfortable getting online and just saying the dumbest, most random shit. They're getting way too comfortable blasting men online.
So the CEO of Bumble has a new idea where she wants to use AI as your virtual dating assistant, which means you tell this robot your likes, hobbies, interests, vulnerabilities, insecurities, and then your robot goes and dates somebody else's robot to filter through people. So you save time, you talk to less people, and you make more meaningful connections based off of what you told this robot, okay? Does anyone else not think this is very, very weird? Okay, of course it's easy to talk to your phone. You have nothing to lose. How many times have you told ChatGPT your whole life story and you weren't?
What's weird is dating apps. I always thought dating apps were just weird. Like, yeah, you're texting this dude, you're swiping, oh yeah, this guy's hot, this chick's hot, let's swipe, let's meet up, and then you're just like hooking up or whatever. Like, it just does, it's weird. It really is weird. There's no genuine connections that happen on dating apps for the most part. There's that 1 in a million couple that might still be together today that met on a dating app, but 9 times out of 10, all of those relationships fall apart, and usually it's because one of the other people got back on a dating app and started hooking up with other people. When you realize that it's less about for these women, it's less about finding a good guy, and it's more about validation from random men, and it's more about seeing if they still have what it takes to pull dudes, and like, it's all just a game to them, and now they're getting gamed. Is AI weird in dating apps? Yes, but if you ask me, I think dating apps are just fucking weird. Get off the dating apps. Social media is bad enough. Seriously, like, get off the dating apps.
We're not judged. Of course it's easy. People are getting analysis paralysis in the dating world because it is so oversaturated. People are looking at all these temptations, all the things that they could have, they could want, and they're just saying, fuck it, I don't want to do it anyway, which in turn is leading to less meet cutes.
She's saying people, but it's actually just women. A majority of people on dating apps are women, and it's the same types of men. This is why these women are complaining, fellas. This isn't because it's only because they've already swiped through all the men. So they keep getting the same men that they've already swiped through, so they get frustrated and, oh, where's all the men? Well, that's what they mean with where's all the men. Well, guess what? A lot of men are not on dating apps. But they would probably think a lot of these men were ugly or whatever anyways, dusty or whatever the hell the words they're using.
People don't want to go outside, bringing them back to their phone. People are so addicted to their phone. The amount of rooms that I have been in with people where they were just scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram Reels instead of having conversations. Because people are so addicted to their phone, they don't know what to talk about anymore. No one knows what to talk about. Their brain is becoming mush. No one wants to be vulnerable or connect because they're too afraid of being judged or rejected. It's just keeping them inside. It's keeping us addicted to our phones. AI is literally taking away the ability to critically think.
I don't know. I kind of have the opposite look on this, and I say all sorts of random shit to people. I say all sorts of random shit to people. And obviously, if I'm around someone that I don't want to talk to, I am going to be, keeping myself occupied on my phone. I think it's a lot worse for women. I think there's a lot of women out there that they physically cannot function without their phone. They physically cannot function without something, without the likes, without the notifications. It's an addiction. Yeah, she's throwing around the word people. I think this is more of a women issue. I mean, are there men that are on their phones a lot? Yeah, I don't really see it a whole lot with men, honestly, but all the people I work with are men, and it's, we're only on our phones whenever we're not having conversations, and we're usually having conversations. So it's really not, I don't know what this woman's talking about. You see a lot of women that are always on their phone though, even when they are with someone. This is the issue. You got a group of women that are all hanging out and they're all just staring at their phone. They're not even looking at, they're not talking. But then again, you turn around, you see 2 or 3 dudes talking, and where's their phone? It's not there. So I think this is more of a women thing than a man thing. And if you haven't found out by now, fellas, men removing themselves from all these, I made the video about the club, and, men have decided to forget, women in the club, and they have decided to do their own thing, try to get their own stuff going on, and the women are losing their minds. And this is another situation where men, they're not on these dating apps anymore. The CEO of Bumble already had to take, because women were not messaging men first. That was the whole idea of Bumble, is that women had to message men. Women were not doing it. They said, why would we do that? That's gives me the ick. I don't want to do that. So they took that away. That didn't help. Now they're saying, hey, let's get ChatGPT up in here. Let's try to see what AI can do. they are freaking out. Men have decidedly withdrawn from all of their stupid games, and they are completely freaking out.
How are you supposed to explain to a society that idealizes hookup culture and over-sexualizing themselves for money that you don't have a type? Well, you don't have a physical type. You fall in love with someone's character, their personality, their morals, their principles, how they carry themselves, how they treat themselves, how they treat me. If they lie or if they're truthful. How do you explain that? In a society that is so demonic and so low vibrational that no, you don't have a physical type, because only liking one type of person seems to only put yourself in a box. I don't know. How do you explain that?
One thing, I don't know why. I tried to ask her how many guys she tried. She looked me in the eye and she told me 5, and I knew that she was lying. She's a 304.
Trying to find your person in your 40s is a lot like a game of hide and seek. But I'm gonna need you to go ahead and find me, because these hoes are out here doing me dirty. They're doing me dirty.
You doing yourself there dirty, baby. You 40, you still begging for a man? What are you doing? Okay, it's time for you to get with the program. Lower your standards way down. Okay, you think you're still that hot blonde you were in your 20s. You're not. Okay, you're not. You've been passed around like the bachelor party stogie, and no man really wants to settle down with a woman with all that emotional baggage. So lower your standards, find you a guy, and you won't be alone anymore.
This is probably a really unpopular opinion. It's going to really piss some women off. You cannot have that deeply rooted, divine, masculine man while always demanding princess treatment. They don't go together. If you think you have found that, you have found a covert emasculated man.
So princess treatment doesn't exist. I'm gonna tell you guys this. Princess treatment does not exist. That's just being her dad. She just wants another dad. So if she's saying princess treatment, guess what? You're her new dad. You're paying for all her shit. You're doing everything for her. You're basically, what do these women say? You're basically allowing her to turn her brain off so she can just do nothing, and that's what princess treatment is. So yeah, if any guy wants to be a grown woman's dad and tell her what to do and wipe her ass and stuff, hey, go ahead and do that. And plenty of men will probably jump at the chance to get with a woman like this. You can't be joking. I'm not sure how many men are looking to give this woman a chance, but more power to her. She needs all the luck she can get.
Men, be honest. How often are you being complimented? Like, genuinely complimented. And I mean complimented about anything. Complimented about your looks, your...
Men don't get compliments. Some women don't understand is very rarely do average men get a compliment. Sometimes men will go their whole life without getting a compliment, some men. So yeah, men don't really get a whole lot of compliments. A lot of women can't understand that because women get so much validation every single day. And you're talking about hundreds of men giving women validation. You know, they walk into the office, every dude is macking on her, trying to get in the copy room with her, and hey, let's you want to make some copies, hey. And then before you know it, the copy room starts smelling like tuna. So yeah, this is the reality. Okay, men do not get complimented.
Okay, this is another question for men.
Ask it,
I was in
bitch.
Trader Joe's the other day, and there was a man in there, so cute.
Oh, no.
We probably smiled at each other 4 different times throughout the store.
Oh,
and
snap.
I am a Southern girl, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't approach men first,
Oh.
but I will smile and
Hey,
whatever.
whatever,
But
baby.
this man was not saying anything to me. He even got in line behind me and was smiling. And I was just like, I don't know what else to do.
He liked what he saw.
And I think women have made it so increasingly difficult and uncomfortable
difficult.
for men
It's
to
impossible.
approach us in public spaces.
We're not going to do it.
Good men won't even
I'd
say
approach
something,
you.
even when I've made it very clear, like, hey, I'm smiling all over
Hey.
the store. Like, I think you are attractive, and I would like to.
She wants to
talk
get dick
you.
down is
like,
what she
they
wants.
won't do it. So, like, what should I say to a man like that?
She wants
that
something else
I
from
have
Joe.
Smiled at
He
4
wants
times.
that meat.
But I don't know where to take it any further. Because, like, I'm willing to try anything, y'all, okay? Help me out. Help a sister out.
I'm going to give this lady some advice. And the 0.2% of women that watch this, here's some advice. You see a guy in Trader Joe's and you think he's handsome or whatever. And, you know, a lot of the, and she's right, a lot of these men are not going to approach women. And this is a older woman, but she's actually attractive. And she's Southern too. And a lot of men like that kind of stuff. But this is what you do. If you're a woman, all you do is you walk up to the guy and you say, excuse me, mister, you dropped this, and just it's like a $20 bill or whatever. But inside the $20 bill or the 100, it might better be 100. Just to be safe, make it be 100. And then inside the $100 bill is going to be a piece of paper with your phone number on it. There, boom, you're in. Super easy. Are women going to listen to me? No. Women do not listen to Rat Boy. They listen to women online, which is like the worst advice you can get. The worst advice you can get about anything, ask a woman online. They will actually give you the opposite of good advice. Hey, my car's on fire. Should I put it out? No, don't put it out. The battery has to, the acid will burn. Yeah, no, just don't listen to women. They have no idea what they're talking about half the time.
We know we dropped the ball, but for $19.99, we'll show you some men who aren't white supremacists.
Oh.
Ladies, come back. We added a new filter. No podcasters. I think I saw
Oh.
your ex here, and whoa, is that a
Whoa.
photo of you?
Uh-oh.
You might want to re-download and give it a check. We fumbled. But now, legally, we're required to tell you if he still lives with his mother. We also have to legally tell you that you still might be murdered. That we haven't fixed that yet.
Yeah, they're not going to fix any of that stuff. Do you think these dating apps are going to fix anything that's going to hinder them money? Here's the thing. I don't think they can add any more filters. Look, any more filters on these dating apps. These women are going to start matching with like literal dogs and cats. Do you want a good boy? Do you want a dog that likes belly scratches? It's getting pathetic. And then they're still using these dating apps like they're trying to date. It's completely insane. And women like that, I mean, come on. They need to get off the dating apps.
Dating men isn't cute or cool. It's sexist. Men are men and women are women. They're different and they're both beautiful in their own way, but they're entirely different. Men can't do everything that women can do, and women can't do everything that men can do. Calling black people blacks or the blacks is rude and disrespectful and borderline racist. Calling white people whites is rude and disrespectful and borderline racist. Being fat is unhealthy, and having children that are fat is neglectful. Everyone is sinful, so even among these things, we should not elevate ourselves above other people or think that we are better than other people, but we should hold each other accountable in love.
Yeah, well, women don't hold themselves accountable for anything. I saw a short where the guy, he's outside in his garage and the wife pulls up, and she pulls up and the gas pump handle is hanging out from her car, and the first thing she says was, "You're supposed to do that for me. That's a man's job to pump the gas." but he told her to wait. You know, he's like, "Hey, wait, you know, I'm in the middle of doing something in the garage. When I get done, I'll pump the gas for you." And obviously she couldn't wait. She pulled the gas pump out of the thing, and the gas was leaking everywhere. Thankful they have those break off valves so gas just doesn't come squirting out all over everybody. But yeah, stuff like that has to be invented because of women. That's probably why, you know, it probably started off, you know, these gas pumps, you know, Henry Ford's going and inspecting them, and he's like, yeah, just put a nozzle in there and, you know, ain't nothing gonna happen to it. And then women got their license and they were like, oh shit, we need to we need to make something so just in case these women leave the hose in there and drive off, it'll, you know, so it won't take out the whole pump. But yeah, they had to invent this for women. That's a little neat little fact for you guys. But anyway, fellas, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.